Thanks for joining us tonight. Mike and Carol are both off.
The investigation surrounding the 12-year-old girl stabbed in Waukesha has the world's attention.
People are shocked to hear that two 12-year-old girls could admit to stabbing their classmate 19 times and then say they felt no remorse.
Reporters from news outlets around the world have been in southeast Wisconsin covering this case. And joining us tonight is Will Payne, senior reporter for the British tabloid MailOnline.
Will, thanks for coming in tonight. You're based out of New York. You've been living in Wisconsin the past couple of days since this happened. Talk to us about why this incident here in Waukesha County is something that's grabbing the attention, from across an ocean.
I think cases like this involving young children always grab international attention, especially with parents. No one can quite comprehend how two young girls could do something so terrible, especially to a friend. I mean, this girl was genuinely a friend of at least one of the suspects. So I think from that perspective, parents are always going to be interested. I think there's two other elements that make it interesting from a global perspective. One is the question of parental supervision of the internet, which obviously is something that is a universal problem and rears its head quite regularly. And the other one, I suppose, is this sort of sinister character that's been attached to this from the outset, this Slender Man character, which seems to have grabbed people's attention from around the world.
So you were the first to speak with William Wire, who is the brother of one of the suspects, Anissa Wire. We've all been through this as reporters, where you have to go up to somebody's doorstep, that have been through such a horrible situation. What were your thoughts as you went to go talk to this individual?
I do this a lot. This is my job, and I approach people in testing and trying scenarios all the time. That said, I'm always nervous, because you never know what's coming through the door. You never know how someone's going to react to you, so there's always an element of nerves. In this instance, when I approached him, he actually walked out in quite a sort of forceful manner, and at one point I thought I might have cause for concern, but as it transpired, he was very friendly, eager to talk. I wanted to get something off his chest, and he opened up to me, which was great from my perspective.
You mentioned a moment ago the importance of parents knowing what their kids are doing on the internet. Some of your reporting suggests that one of the dads here knew full well what his daughter was into. Maybe not the extent that she bought into it, but knew that this Slender Man character played a role in her imagination.
It's difficult. I mean, seemingly he was aware. He found a picture that she'd drawn, and then he posted it on his Instagram account. That would suggest that he's potentially endorsing what she...
He knew the name?
Yeah, he knew the name, but that said, there's no way he could possibly know she was going to react in this way. I mean, this website that these stories were placed on is read by tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands of children every day, and a minuscule amount react in the way that these children did. So it's difficult to say that he would have had any notion that she was going to go down this road.
Was that surprising to you that a lot of people are following this character, especially in that age group?
Yeah, I had no notion at all that this was such a large phenomenon, but people that I've spoken to are fully aware of it. The brother, William, he knew about it, he knew all the stories, he was aware that his sister was looking at these stories. It seems to be widely known. But from a personal perspective, I'd never heard of it until I started working on this story. What's next? Anything more on this story, or is this a wrap for you? From my perspective, I'm off this evening. It seems to be sort of winding down to an extent. The family of the victim have asked for privacy, so obviously we're going to respect that, and they don't want to talk any further. And the two suspects are back in court next week, so that will potentially throw up some more interesting information. All right, Will Payne, safe travels from the MailOnline. Thanks for coming in and talking to us about your reporting tonight.